So it is day 8 of the 10 days of IVA, and we are talking about 2020 today. And oh my, what a year that was. So we had such a great time in 2019 in Vienna in Austria that we decided to go to Salzburg for 2019 for our conference. And we were all set, contracts signed, raring to go. And then, of course, this little thing called COVID came along and disrupted all our plans and everybody's plans, really. And we had to make the decision in March before the conference in April to cancel it and move to an online summit format. We've been delivering our program for this point for 8 years through webinars and online teacher training. So this was not too much of a stretch for us. So we very quickly moved to doing 4 days on a US time zone and 4 days on a European time zone. And we really wanted to try and make sure that the conference was packed and still as meaningful and useful to the teachers, because we were all stuck at home, we were all in lockdowns, and our businesses were closed, and trying to figure everything out in the midst of all the chaos and the madness that was going on in the world. So we really wanted to try and make this as fulfilling an experience for our teachers as possible. And as it turned out, the conferences went really well and the feedback we received was excellent. And in fact, feedback we got from teachers was that more people were able to attend than usually because they were able to afford to come to the conference. Now, it can be expensive to, shut down your studio for a week, 2 weeks, accommodation, airfare and all that to travel to the conference. So it allowed more people to participate live than ever before. And so a lot of people got exposed to the experience of a live conference and fell in love with that experience. But meanwhile, we were very conscious of the fact that our teachers, their businesses were closed, people were in lockdown, lots of stuff was going on. So we were trying to support our community as much as we could, keep morale up, keep motivation up. So we provided lots of online workshops and webinars for our teachers to get them all together so they had the opportunity to stay connected with each other so that they weren't feeling lonely and stuck at home. As I said, we're used to doing this all online. People in our organization were doing online voice lessons back in the day of telephone, where they were like sitting with the telephone taking a voice lesson. So remote learning and remote lessons was kind of very natural for us anyway, because we're all used to it. So we did a seminar on how to teach online voice lessons to try and help as many people outside of IVA adapt and adjust to the online kind of learning model that we were all in. But it was a tricky year for a lot of people. And, in the UK, a lot of people went into furlough where they had to basically take paid time off work because businesses had closed down. But what we discovered in IVA was actually that a lot of people were sitting at home with nothing to do and were thinking about changing careers or moving into other things or adding on side businesses. And so we had a massive influx of people come in looking for training, looking for webinars, joining our programs. And so we were kept very busy over the course of 2020. And I distinctly remember we had a heat wave that lasted for about 6 weeks, and all of our neighbours were out in their gardens enjoying the sunshine. I was in my computer through this heat wave, working away with all these new teachers. So it was a busy year, and we're extremely grateful to be in that position. I would much rather have been in that position as a business than the alternatives that some people found themselves in. And then one other thing that we did as well was we introduced like a little mini conference, which was 2 days in August that year. Another opportunity for everybody to come and be together whilst the madness continued in the world. And so we did 2 days, and we had like a testing preparation event. We had some guest speakers come in. We did lots of interactives, lots of practical listening. So another 2 great days of learning that our teachers loved, and that opportunity to come together and connect and just be part of the wonderful community that IVA has. So in 2020, we were so grateful for the community of teachers around us and all those new teachers that joined us, and the fact that we were able to stay connected, stay together, learn together, and keep each other going, keep each other motivated. So 2020, difficult year, but we made it through it, and we're stronger for it on the other side. That is day 8 of the 10 days of IVA. Join me tomorrow. We're on day 9, and we'll be talking about 2021.